Alright, so here it is. A long overdue video about how Sega and Sonic Origins accidentally explained away one of the biggest mysteries surrounding Metal Sonic. So, let me begin by explaining some context. Up until the release of Sonic Origins, Sonic CD, although it was canon to Sonic lore, was never placed anywhere in the Sonic timeline. Fans have speculated that it took place between the events of Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 because Tails is nowhere to be found. Now, it's also possible for the game to take place after the events of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, as the manual of Sonic Adventure states that Sonic's part of the story takes place after he returns from a long journey. So that could have been the events of Sonic CD, as that has to take place before Sonic Adventure, because we see Amy getting chased by Metal Sonic in a flashback during her storyline. So it is plausible that the game takes place after the Genesis trilogy, but before Sonic Adventure. All that said, we do have a definitive answer now thanks to Sonic Origins. Sonic CD does in fact take place between the events of Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, as we see in the story mode of Sonic Origins. But this does raise a question. Why is Metal Sonic so much more advanced than his successors, Silver Sonic and Mecha Sonic from Sonic 2 and 3 respectively? On paper, and for several reasons, this doesn't really make sense if Sonic CD takes place before their creation. Silver Sonic and Mecha Sonic came later. Why are they so much weaker than Metal Sonic by comparison? Why did Robotnik make such inferior copies? Would you believe it's because he couldn't make them any more advanced? Why, you ask? Well, in Sonic CD, time travel plays a huge part in the game's story and the game's mechanics. The player, also, regardless of whether you make a good or bad future, will always fight Robotnik in the future. You can probably see where I'm going with this, so let me sum it all up. The reason Metal Sonic is so much more advanced than his brethren is because Robotnik made him hundreds of years in the future with technology that's hundreds of years more advanced. Think about it for a second. Robotnik uses the Time Stones to travel into the future, and using the battle data he got from Sonic in his first encounter, he develops a robot copy. Even though Metal Sonic lost on Stardust Speedway, he came close to beating Sonic, closer than any of his other creations. So why bother building new robots? Why not just use Metal Sonic? Well, after the race with Metal Sonic, Dr. Robotnik has to book it to Metallic Madness because Sonic is hot on his heels. After that, he gets booted off Little Planet and it disappears into the ether. Thus, Robotnik tries to reverse engineer the future technology, which leads to Silver Sonic and then Mecha Sonic respectively. Eventually, these two designs are scrapped as he is able to get Metal Sonic back during the events of Sonic Mania, which explains why Metal Sonic shows up in future titles. So, there you have it. That is how Sega accidentally explained one of the biggest mysteries surrounding Metal Sonic. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment, and thank you for watching.